Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. How many of you are ready to jump into this day and work on something you've been putting off? I'm asking you who wants to be brave with me to take that first step to dealing with something that you've not wanted to do, that's been sitting there on your to-do list, waiting and waiting and waiting. Wednesday is anti-procrastination day, and this is the day we jump in on those things that have been sitting there waiting for us, and we're going to do them. So let me know down here in the comments, what's that one thing that you've been putting off that you're going to jump into today? Good morning, Carol. Great to have you here today. Come on in and let me know who all is here. Happy Wednesday to you too. It is a fantastically beautiful but cold morning here in North Carolina. Sun is shining and it looks gorgeous out there, but I haven't been outside yet. I've done my morning routine, moved into straightening the kitchen just a little bit. We had a birthday celebration last night and there were a few things left on the counter. So taking care of that this morning, and I am ready to move on into schoolwork with the boys. So we've had a really good day so far, and I'm just really happy to see the sunshine because I've seen the forecast and it looks like more rain's coming. So take advantage, guys. If you have sun, even if it's cold out there, get out for a few minutes and get that natural vitamin D. We need it in the winter. The zone mission today, I hope, is a quick one for you guys, because all you need to do is go to the bathroom and toss the old cosmetics that have been around way too long. Some of you may even have cosmetics that date back to high school. Some of you may have things you bought that made your skin itch or broke you out, and you've just been holding on to it because you spent money on it, right? If you've bought some things for skincare or your makeup that just isn't working for you, toss it. Just take 5 minutes and don't think about it. Just let it go, okay? Good morning, Julie. Great to have you. Mary says she's going to clean out the plastic bowls and lids, and she's put it off because she has trouble getting down to them. That can be a problem, guys. I have a kitchen island, and it's really deep, and it's not divided into sections. It's like an open cavern, and it's a harder area to declutter just because I have to get way up in there to get stuff out. So I do get that. Go ahead and just do as much as you can, Mary, and don't stress out if you can't get all the way back, if it's just too much on you being down that low, because I am right there with you. I understand that. The other part of your zone mission today, guys, I know some of you are not going to like this because you've been holding on to this too. How many of you have a bag, a basket, a box of mismatched socks, and you've got single socks that haven't had a mate in years? Today, I want you to toss those single socks. Let them go. Put them in the trash, put them in a black bag, take them out and put them outside so you don't have to think about them again. But go ahead and let's get rid of those little single socks. You don't need them. They're not doing you any good. And I know that mismatched socks are the fashion, but really, are your kids, are you wearing mismatched socks? Probably not. Let those things go. Now, if you've had one in the past couple of days that's popped up single, okay, you can hang on to that one for a few more days. Every month when we come through zone 3, toss your single socks. Don't let it build up and build up and build up. Good morning, Patricia. Great to have you here. Carol said she did the sock toss yesterday and she needs to shop for new ones. And that generally happens to me too, especially if I deal with the boys' socks. Because boys really do wear out their socks. Probably something to do with composition of how they sweat in their tennis shoes and in their socks. But a lot of times I find that we end up with single socks with the boys because one has come through and ended up with a hole, or the elastic shot or something. So let's get rid of single socks and let's toss some of those cosmetics that have been around too long. They're just hanging out, taking up space. Home blessing today is to wipe your windows and mirrors. Make it quick, move on. If you've got the Fly Lady purple cloth or the bronze or silver, use those. If not, use what you have. Wipe the windows and mirrors. If it's cold and nasty outside, don't worry about that today. Just do your inside windows. If it's cold enough that if you went out with a wet cloth and the water froze on your door or on your window, it's probably too cold to be out there doing that. Just do the inside and get the others later when it warms up. Laura says, since my kids do wear mismatched socks, I do a hole or those that you can see through sock toss. Yep, done that too. My boys really don't like mismatched socks though. I think it's something that they like their little socks to match. It's probably a texture thing too. They like for them to feel the same. So I do, when I'm going through their stuff, I get rid of the ones with holes, do what I can to match them up, and then we toss what doesn't have a mate. Good morning, Christine. Great to see you. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. On the blog today, I talked about routines and being sick. And, you can tell probably right now I'm not sick, but there are people in my household who are sick. And it does affect your routines if you're really sick. Depends on severity. But if you find that you or somebody in your house is sick, keep the routines simple, manageable, drink your water, and rest when needed. There's no sense in pushing through and doing more than your body should be doing while you're sick. And I know there's some nasty bugs out there. Some of you had already commented that you've been sick since Christmas. So really be sure you're taking care of yourself, getting in some extra vitamin C and extra fluids, and not trying to do great big projects and trying to push on and stay busy. But make sure you have that rest time to heal and recover, because that's when your body heals, is when you rest. Today is my running rest day because my body needs time to recover from the stress I put it under running. So I enjoy my Wednesdays. I do some stretching, I do some strength training, let myself sleep in a little bit. All of that helps my body restore itself and be ready tomorrow to run again. So rest is important all the way around, guys. And if you're sick, I want you to make sure you adjust your routines and your expectations of what you're going to get done and take care of you. Christine says, keeping up with the dishes and laundry keeps us on track. Absolutely, it does. And Rachel says, skipping rest will keep you sick longer and longer. And she is so right about that, guys. We want to push and push because we think we've got to do this. We have to get all these things done. But really, you're stretching out your illness and you're not allowing your body to heal. So if you've been sick, I want you to make sure you're mindful to take care of you today and rest this afternoon, okay? Dinner tonight, we're going to have spaghetti for the boys, and I bought zucchini, so I'm going to make those lovely little zucchini noodles. I do a quick little saute in the pan, add some Italian dressing for seasoning, and that's what I eat with my salad. And I love them. And if you guys haven't done it, I have done a video in the past about making zoodles. I have an attachment for the KitchenAid. I stick it on there, and it makes these lovely spirals. And a zucchini has a lot of moisture in it, so the longer you cook it, the smushier it gets. So my goal is kind of just to flash saute them to give a little crispness and to add some seasoning. Crystal says, I don't know if you're truly told enough, but you're truly inspiring. May God's blessings continue to reign. Oh, thank you. If I keep reading, I'm going to cry. Thank you. There's some things going on Facebook where I see a lot of people I know promoting a certain cleaning program, and I don't want to come here and bash that. One thing that you can always know from me is I want you to love yourself, love your home and your family, and take care of it. But I'm not going to ask you to thank your possessions for being there for you. I've been watching that on Netflix too, guys, and I have just a really bad feeling in my spirit about putting your possessions in a place of honor. And that's really all I want to say about that. But I've had a real check in my spirit about that. If I'm praying, I'm praying to the God who's the creator of this universe. I'm not going to pray to my clothes or my house or my books, okay? And I've seen a lot of backhanded things said on Facebook, and I really don't agree with doing that either. If you are taking care of yourself, nourishing your spirit, taking care of your relationship with God, taking care of your family and home, that's what I want for you guys. I don't want you to destroy a room trying to declutter it. I'm not going to ask you to go in there and empty your closet. Never going to do that, guys. The only time I would say to you, you need to empty your closet is if you're packing your stuff to move. Okay? Take things baby steps and move along with what you're doing. I don't want you bombarded with stuff. I want you to get rid of things a little at a time. Have a box in your car of stuff to donate. I have some things this weekend I'm going to donate because a friend of mine is doing a fundraiser and a support thing for kids in other countries who don't have shoes. So I've been collecting shoes for her. I'm going to declutter and get rid of that and bless these other children with our abundance, but I am not going to go nuts over this, okay? So let's see what your comments are. I'm trying not to get too political here on you guys. I appreciate you guys and your encouragement. And Charlotte's true, that program doesn't give a plan to maintain. What you need is the habits and the routines. Once you build that into your life, where you take care of that sink every night before bed and you lay those clothes out, you start seeing how it organizes your life and helps you. And it doesn't become the focus, but it just becomes the routine that supports you so you can have your focus where it needs to be. So Lori says they're fixing to move soon. Great, Lori. That is fantastic. One thing that I can really encourage you is declutter daily as you are preparing to move. Let stuff go, because everybody I've talked to who's moved, they end up with at least a box or two that they never ever unpack, because it's that stuff they've thrown in there and they don't really care too much about keeping it or using it. They just get in this hurry of packing. So if you're moving soon, I encourage you to go ahead and start decluttering and letting things go. If you've been holding on to stuff out of guilt because somebody gave it to you, you spent money, remind yourself you're going to bless somebody else with that abundance. Find a place to donate it and get it gone. Everybody, enjoy your Wednesday. Be brave with me and take that first step to doing something you've been putting off. It's Anti-Procrastination Day, and we have a great time doing these things because you feel so much better if you sit down and take a minute to do that thing you've been putting off. So I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Probably will be bright and early because I have a meeting tomorrow, but I will pop in and give you your zone mission tomorrow. See you guys later.